Shalom, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kodesh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, to the true leaders of Israel today, and salutations to all of the Akim who do this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedoms to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen, but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai, and the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as we're the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. My name is Akalia, and this is another video on the Mark of the Beast prophecy, which is a microchip. Alright, so I have this video here from from Jenin Guy HHN, and it says conspiracy fulfilled, no mark, no food. So out the gate you can see here, no chips, no food, no mark, no life. And he's talking about the mark of the beast, okay, which is the microchip.
So it's no longer a conspiracy theory, it is already happening. I mean, the time is now. So this lady walked into the store and to get food, of course, and she was so shocked at what she saw. This is what she saw. Watch the video.
Alright, so before we watch the video, I just want to read the prophecy, because right now we're seeing the system being implemented day in, day out. We're seeing the development of the digital payment system, with the central bank digital currencies being developed by all of the countries worldwide. You have the development of the digital identification systems, which the digital identification system is going to hold all of your information on it, including your financials, passport, medical, government, telecommunications, social media. Everything is meant to be stored on the digital ID. And then the digital ID is going to be stored on the microchip. And then the microchip is going to be an all-for-one use device. Okay? And you have the prophecy which says in Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or on their foreheads. And it will be the Edomites who are the rulers of this kingdom today. This is their kingdom, the so-called white people. That's who the Edomites are. And they are the wicked. And their ruling class, the wicked elite of Esau Edom, is going to put forward their new world order, and at the forefront of that is the microchip, which is the mark of the beast. And you won't be able to, in verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So unless you have the microchip, which is the mark of the beast, you won't be able to buy or sell. You won't be able to be included in society based on the prophecy, all right? Unless you have that microchip. And we're seeing in real time that based off of how the digital ID system is, that you will be completely locked out from all services provided by the world. So with that, they are gradually bringing in the system. For example, people are already microchipped. People are using the microchip right now, and people have their payment information stored onto the microchip. And then you know that the system is developing day by day because people have the microchip, and the systems that are in place are able to accept microchip payments at these points of sales machines. And that has been shown from Europe to the UK to America, and I'm sure other places around the world accept it, because the point of sales device is, to my knowledge, something that's universal, and the way that it works. So if the point of sales machines can accept it in various places, it's the same thing, because they all accept MasterCard or they all accept Visa or whatever it is. It would be safe to assume that they all accept the microchip, and it's not just like specific ones that are specifically accepting the microchip. So that's a part of the system that is has been brought in. Okay, then you also have where it's just gradually been brought in at places like Whole Foods, where they are encouraging palm payments with the hand. This is all to get people used to the idea of how the microchip functions. For example, during the COVID, right, the pandemic, in 2020, when it is that you'd go to places, they would scan your forehead or your hand. You know, it's all a part of their plan, man. The wicked elite of Esau, Edom. Okay, just gradually getting people used to what is to come because they have their ultimate plan. So let's just play this.
She saw. This is what she saw. Watch the video.
Can somebody enlighten me on what's going on here? In Walgreens, there are these coolers, and this is where our drinks used to, we can just open it up and grab. Now it's kind of like all cartooned all the way
Walgreens.
down. So if you look here, then
That's a
I'm
pharmacy
looking here,
in
and there's
Florida.
a sensor there and a sensor there.
I don't know
It
if it's in
says-
other places as well.
Wave your hand. Voice assistant coming soon. Okay? Pretty soon these doors aren't going to be opening. Really thick, actually. But this is where the food is. So what do you think this means for us?
Yeah, you see? So they're already putting it in like the stores. How it is that when they make the microchip mandatory, how it is that people are going to be operating to be able to retrieve things. And as you can see already in a Walgreens, which is like a pharmacy, it also serves food and beverages and stuff like that. They have it in the Walgreens where already it's been implemented, and so it's just, you swipe your palm to open it up, and now it's automatic and it accepts any kind of palm swipe. But eventually things are going to be where you literally will need a microchip in order to open up such things, right? In the future, going to that Walgreens, you're going to have to be microchipped in order to open up that thing right there. And then you're also going to need a microchip that when you go to the cashier, that they only accept microchip payments, right? This is where the world is heading towards. That's why the prophecy says that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
As people of the United States of America, what does it mean? Wave your hand? Look at that. Why would that be on a door just to get drinks? Just saying. And it's all the way down. Watch your money.
Yeah, because it could have easily just opened up, you know what I mean? Like the way that we all know it, where they open up that door. Okay, so this is just one of the many examples of what's going on. You have the brain microchip being developed from the Neuralink to also Synchron. And I was actually looking at Synchron, and right there, they're saying Synchron, the brain unlocked, neurotechnology to address the limitations of the human body at home with Synchron's BCI, which is, I believe, brain chip implant. Synchron is dedicated to empowering autonomy and social whatever. Okay. Oh, here it is. BCI, brain computer interface. Sorry, not a brain chip implant, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's a brain. It's a chip inserted onto the brain, and then it is supposedly able to allow you to do all kinds of things that are deemed miraculous, right? Like in the news with Synchron, they have this brain implant lets people control Amazon Alexa with their minds. So by way of merging with the technology, you are able to speak to the technology or speak through the technology. You get what I'm saying? By that connection between the technology and the microchip implant. All right. But yeah, they've been doing brain implant trials and all of these things. So the point is that the prophecy is moving forward day by day. Okay, in the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 3, it says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." And so the vision is speaking louder than ever. We have with Korea doing their live trials of their central bank digital currency. The UK is getting ready to push theirs in October 2025. Out here in Jamaica, they've already launched the digital currency. And then even when it comes to the digital currencies and then the digital ID systems, which go hand in hand to be able to bring about the system that they're putting in place. Everywhere around the world, it's all developed and being developed at different paces and different rates, but they're all getting there. Like over there in the East, they already have a certain system for ID identification, which is really a digital ID, where in order to gain access to certain things, where over here in the West, we can simply just sign up for online and be a part of it. You have to present your ID, which I believe is a digital ID, like in Korea, and that ID is already connected to so many things about your life, including your social security number, which is the equivalent to what a social security number is, right, over there in Korea. So they have already moved forward. And then you have like China as well, where they have an ID system as well, where unless you present that ID system to certain technology, even the grocery store, a woman from America, I believe she's of Chinese heritage, so-called, and she went over there to China, and she wasn't able to buy any food at the grocery store because she didn't have an ID. She wasn't a part of the system. She didn't have an ID, a Chinese ID, to be able to buy food. So you can see how things are just gradually coming along. And so the prophecy is speaking, man, day by day. And we're all heading towards this time. In Revelation chapter 3, verse 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And this hour of temptation is when you're faced with a microchip, because we're heading into a time of great chaos, Jacob's trouble. And as you can already see by what is literally happening in front of our eyes, that the system is being implemented. So it's already showing us that unless you are a part of the system, which is going to require you to be microchipped, then you're not going to be a part of the system. All right. So that's the hour of temptation, especially because the famine is coming as well. People are going to be hungry. That's going to be one of the ways that many people are going to succumb to the pressures, and they're going to take the microchip to eat. Okay. But those of us who believe sincerely in Yahweh Shemeshai, we will be fine. All right. We know that if we take the microchip, we're going to have to serve the judgment spoken about in Revelation chapter 14, verse 9 to 10. And we don't want that, right? So no matter how the predicament is, no matter what the situation looks like, it will always be, do not take the microchip, because it's the mark of the beast. And Yahweh Shemeshai has a very severe judgment for the Israelites who take it. So it's a very fearful thing, right? So this time is coming, man, and it's speedily approaching. I mean, everything that you see going on in the world right now is literally building up, heading towards the manifestation of Bible prophecy. And it's only a matter of time, man, because they're moving. And the scriptures say that the devil is coming with great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. He knows his time is short, because his kingdom has always been temporary, and it has an end. And now we're seeing the end of Esau's kingdom. And at the end of it, we're going to see the manifestation of all of these major prophecies to come. Okay, so with that, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemeshai, Bashim Kodesh, Shalom.